Today, I wanted to talk about one of my greatest fears. So, I live with a constant fear that's like background music in my life at 33. The fear that one day there will be a phone call that one of my parents is no more. A normal evening, and then a phone call. And suddenly, your life will be split into before and after. It's rather weird and unimaginable to me that the people who brought us into this world, gave us life, did so much for us and made us the people that we are today are not permanent in it. And I don't think any daughter will ever be prepared completely for this. And with that fear comes something heavier, guilt. Not just because I will lose them, but because I could not become the daughter that I thought I would. The one who made something extraordinary out of their life that their parents would be so proud about. The one who can finally say, I will give you the life that you never had. I always imagined I would take them abroad, I would show them things and make them experience things that they never had the chance to. And when I travel the world, enjoy a good meal, see something special, there's a piercing guilt within me that I couldn't give these to them. How dare I enjoy these when I couldn't give them the same experience? Many a times I try not to be selfish and I imagine what my parents' life would have been if they didn't have us. I imagine my mother studying more, making something out of herself, traveling the world, and most importantly, living the way she wanted to live. But instead, her entire life was about feeding us, keeping us clothed, rotting in household chores. But of course, I didn't see it this way while growing up. Quite contrarily, I would never see her struggles. I would even compare her to other moms. And I would wonder, why can't my mom be more like my friend's mom? Why am I getting the same old tiffin when my friend gets fancy lunches every day? So my friend's mom must be putting in much more effort than my mom. And then my father. Staying away from home, sole bread earner, so much pressure to keep a family of four afloat, single handedly. Thinking and planning out the finances in advance, making sure that there's never shortage at home, and even if there is, the children shouldn't know. And most importantly, always trying to be enough. And yet, I had the audacity to think, why can't we have more? Why aren't we richer? And here's something that I think a lot about these days. I used to always wonder why women cry the day that they leave their home and get married to somebody else. I used to think it's just the emotion of leaving the home, but now I feel it's more about guilt. Guilt of leaving two people who gave everything to build you and sustain you. I mean, how do you leave them mid journey to go make your own home and move on? It's almost like after that day, you stop caring for them that much or thinking about how they're going to live the rest of their life. It almost feels like you leave them to rot and die. And of course, you visit them once or twice a year and you start noticing small things, the growing lines on their faces, their memories wilting, their temperament changing, their reasoning deteriorating, and most importantly, them needing you for the smallest things. The people who taught you how to do everything in life now need your help to do the smallest things. I started noticing how the back of their hands started looking older, how the nerves became much more prominent and protruding, weird wrinkles all over their body, the scent of their body changing into an old person's smell. You see them forgetting basic things, asking you to teach them how to do a WhatsApp video call or how to put the WhatsApp group on silent. And in your head, these are such easy things, things that are so easy to you at this age. And when you're teaching them, you don't consciously realize it's just them fading away right under your nose. one day at a time. Now, a lot of people might tell me, but this is inevitable. They are older than you, they're going to pass before you do. And you have to go through that heart wrenching pain. I get that. I'm not done. I know this. But how do you accept it? The looming feeling of the upcoming pain that you have heard of from others who have lost their parents. And how do you deal with the emotions of this actually happening? And as I said, your life breaking into two parts, the before and the after, coming to terms with the fact that one's gone, they're gone forever. There's no coming back. There's nothing that you can do in your power to bring them back, to say sorry, to discuss things you perhaps missed discussing with them. Living through it is not an option, it's but something that's reality that's going to happen. But I don't know how you can be ready for it, how you can be prepared, and yet give them the best time that you can in your limited capacity while they are here. How do you deal with that? Because this is something that's been on my mind, and for the longest time, this is something I've dreamt of, had nightmares, and like I have always thought when this happens, that's the day I'm going to lose it. That's it for me. But how do you live through your days with that guilt, with that thought of nothing is enough, nothing you do is enough? And yeah, so I just thought I'll come in here and see if there are other people too who are going through this. Of course, there are people going through this. And while I talk about this, I see people in my own circle, my friends who are going through, their parents going through treatments from old age, diseases, and they are closer to the reality I'm talking about. They know that this is going to happen to them soon. How do they live through it? To think about it brings me to tears. But that's not a solution either. That's not going to change anything. But at the same time, yeah, it's a pathetic part of your life. And once it happens, I feel you just change as a person. Nothing remains the same. And from time to time, you're going to remember the times with them or the person, and that they are not there anymore with you. And how do you react to that? I don't know. I don't have a solution to this. I just thought I'll come in and talk about it. Let me know in the comment section if you've been through it. How did you adjust to it? How did you come to terms with it? And your experience whatsoever. Take care.